Matt Damon stole the spotlight at the box office this weekend, and Jason Bourne hit it big with moviegoers. But did he hit it big with our movie reviewer, Matt Perrone? Here's his take.
Welcome to another Monday. Despite this weekend's freak weather incident, I was still able to make it to the theater. Wait, what freak weather incident, you ask? Well, I'll get to that in a few minutes. But first, we had a new box office winner born this weekend. Yep, that's wordplay. Wait for it. The clear-cut winner was the fifth in a franchise, but the fourth starring the main actor who reprised his role after 9 years. Yep, Matt Damon is back as the black op amnesia sufferer Jason Bourne. So here's my take on the straightforwardly titled Jason Bourne. Our film begins years after the events of the Bourne ultimatum. Bourne, played by Matt Damon, has been living off the grid in Greece, surviving off money made in underground fighting. But his past still haunts him, and even though most of his memories have returned, there is still one crucial piece missing. Meanwhile, Nikki Parsons, who has helped Bourne through the previous movies, is working with a German whistleblower to expose the CIA's Black Ops programs. She hacks into the CIA and manages to steal files relating to all their clandestine activities, including information on Bourne and his past. She heads to Greece to meet up with him and show him the information surrounding his past and his recruitment to the Treadstone Project. They are tracked by the CIA and forced to flee for their lives from not only agents but an activated asset that has a long-held grudge against Bourne himself. After escaping from Greece, Bourne is able to track down the whistleblower and gain access to the information that was stolen. He learns that his father was the original founder of Treadstone and that his recruitment has a sinister backstory. As the movie progresses, Bourne is able to piece more of the truth together, but CIA Director Dewey, played by Tommy Lee Jones, is constantly on his tail. As Bourne is forced to flee over and over, he is eventually led to Las Vegas with a little help from a new inside source. Arriving in Vegas, Bourne not only discovers the truth about his father, but is thrown in the middle of thwarting a new CIA program, along with getting revenge for past wrongs. The action heats up and never slows down until the very end, as we, the audience, wonder if Jason Bourne will finally find peace one way or another. So, over the past week, I have rewatched the original Bourne trilogy, and I'm glad I did, because even though this film takes place 8 years later, a lot of the aspects of the original Bourne movies come into play. It was good to see Matt Damon back in this role. He does a great job of playing the emotionless loner who struggles between just wanting to be left alone and trying to tie up the loose ends of his past. It's good to see Tommy Lee Jones back in action, even though we're used to rooting for him, and this is a role in which we're not supposed to do that. My only problem with the movie is that it follows the same formula as the previous three, which, don't get me wrong, is a great formula, but it makes this movie somewhat predictable. Be ready for the quick-cut, shaky action scenes that the franchise is known for. It allows it to be rated PG-13 because you can never get a good enough look at that violence that would warrant the R rating. If you enjoyed the other ones, then definitely see this one to continue the story. You won't be disappointed. Now, as for that freak weather incident I mentioned earlier, that's right, Sharknado 4: The Fourth Awakens premiered yesterday. And it is just as goofy as you would imagine that it would be. All of your favorites are back fighting the newest and biggest form of crazy that they could come up with. Look, normally you watch these movies just to see the cameos that are in them, but this one actually adds a bunch of pop culture references throughout. So, thank you, Sharknado, for once again allowing me to enjoy your stupidity. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Up next, a last look at your forecast and a look at the possibility of rain. That's next. Stay with us.